Hi friends, what is Fibonacci series? This series has the numbers where any number is the sum of previous two numbers. Let's say one example 3. 3 is the sum of 2 and 1. One more example 13 is the sum of 8 and 5. So like this the series continues. We'll generalize this by saying that this fn is equal to fn minus 1 and fn minus 2. We'll write the code for this series now. There are two ways to create the Fibonacci series. One is by looping, another is by using recursive functions. We'll use both. We'll start with a simple looping one. Let's say n equal to 10. This is the number of elements we want, or a series length of the series, number of elements. Now we'll say I equal to 0 because we are using a loop here. So this is the counter we'll use to increment and to restrict the loop. Then n1, this will take it as 1. n1 is the value, means in the series just before, one step before the element. So we'll say one step, one before. Fine. Now n2 equal to 0. This is two step before. Fine. Now these are all the variables. Now we'll start with our loop. While I is the counter less than n, because we don't want it to exceed that one, while I is less than n. Now inside this we'll print that one. Print n2. We'll print the n2. So one step back. So we'll be going n2 end, or we don't want any line break. So like that, or you can put a comma here, give a space. We don't want any line break. The series should be continuous one. So now after that we'll create one temp variable. This variable will just store the variable for the data for a moment in each loop, n1 plus n2. Now what we will do after this is we'll transfer the value of n1 n2 to n1. n1 is equal to n2. Now this n2 value, this n2 value will keep it as temp. So this is where we are transferring one step we are shifting the values and increasing it. Now finally we have to increase the counter. I1 is equal I equal to I plus 1. That's all. This is my code. So every time the n1 take, after printing the value, the n1 takes the value of n2 and n2 takes the value of next. So it is ready for the next printing inside the loops. Let's just run this and see. You can see 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21 and 34. If you want, you can increase this to another, say, few more. N equal to 15. Now the series will increase. So like this, we have used a loop now. Next we'll learn using a recursive function. We'll start by defining a function first. Now I have given name as Fib. It's because Fibonacci series. Input one value it will take. Now let me find inside the function. I will first create a stop value, because if it is a recursive function. If I don't use it, this will be a infinite recursion. So you can read more detail about recursive functions in our video available in the description. The link will be there. You can read more on that. Now here, if n is less than or equal to 1, we want this to return. So we'll say if that is there, then return n. Now else, here we'll add our recursive one. So here in this case you return, let's say, same function we are using n minus 1. So this n minus 1 is one element before, then plus same n minus 2. This is how the series will build up. Fine, that's all. My recursive function is ready. I will come out and create a loop to pass on one element and add it up. So I will use a for loop for I in range 0 to, let's say, 10. Enter. Now print. What I am printing is I am calling the function I, then the end value. Sorry, this should be the function here, then end equal to, I'm just adding one comma and a space. Let's see this, how this Yeah, you can see up to 0 1 2 3 5 8 up to 10 elements. I can, let's increase this, few more elements you can add. Let's see. Yeah, the series is here. This is where we have used a recursive function to generate this.